Welcome to Aunty Math.
Welcome to Aunty Math. I say welcome, welcome, welcome to Aunty Math.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on when you are seeing this. And in today's class, I'm going to be telling you basic equations that you need to know as a mathematics student. So follow me, let's go right there. We have basic operations. And this include our signs, what we use in mathematics, and that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. This is a bedrock of everything that we do in mathematics. Everything we do boils down to these four major signs. That's your addition, your subtraction, your multiplication, and your division. Remember, in mathematics, we have sequence. We don't just jump into answering an equation you see. So there's something like board mass. Board mass. So I hope you can remember board mass. What is B? B stands for your brackets. O stands for your order. Some say of. D stands for your division. M multiplication. A for your addition. And S for subtraction. So why am I bringing this to us? In further classes, we'll be needing things like this, the knowledge of board mass. So when you see an equation comprising of different signs, you should know what and what to do. We follow this sequence of B. If you have an equation comprising of brackets, division, multiplication, addition, or subtraction, remember that the first thing you will deal with is your brackets before you move over to division, multiplication, anyone in the sequence of board mass. Then the second one we have is simple algebra. This is where you look for x. Simple algebra. This is when you have something like 2x plus 2 equals 12, and you will be asked to look for x. So in a simple algebra, this is where you look for x. Don't worry, we won't be solving anything now. I'm only introducing you to basic formulas that we would experience, basic things that we would definitely meet in mathematics. And the third segment is our geometry. This is where you deal with area of square, area of rectangle, area of circle, the circumference. But let me just refresh you: the area of square, area of rectangle, area of triangle, area of a circle. So our area of square is L square, which also means L times L. What is our square? This is how a square looks like. If you have 2 centimeter here, 2 centimeter here, 2 centimeter here, 2 centimeter here. So a square is a diagram. A square is having all sides equal. All sides in a square are equal. The lengths are all equal in a square. But in a rectangle, the length is different from the breadth. So if we have to calculate the area of a rectangle, that will be length times breadth. And this is how a rectangle looks like. This is your length and this is your breadth. This is your length and this is your breadth. Then we have area of a circle to be pi r squared. This is your circle. Remember, r is radius. This is radius. And remember, pi is always the value of pi is 22 over 7 or 3.142. Also know that there's something called Pythagoras theorem. In your Pythagoras theorem, you have a squared plus b squared is equal c squared. Let me show you what I mean. For a Pythagoras theorem, this is what you mean. This is a triangle, a right angle triangle. This is your A, this is your B, and this is your C. This is the longest side in the triangle. So to get your C, it's A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And today we won't be solving any equation. I'm only introducing you to the equations that you will definitely encounter in mathematics. Then in our next segment, we have the statistics. This is what you experience in your everyday life. Where we talk about our mean, our mode, and our median. Mean, mode, and median. When we talk about mean talks about the average. So that means if you are given 10 values, you actually add all the 10 values together and you divide by 10. So mean talks about average of every value that you have. Then we'll talk about median. Median is the value, middle value, while mode is the value with the highest frequency. Like I said earlier, I'm only introducing you to things you might have forgotten, things you need to know. Very soon, we are going to divulge intensively into all these things. And finally, we are going to be looking at indices. Here in indices, we are talking about powers. And what do we mean by powers? Something like this: 2 raised to the power of x, a raised to the power of b. So how do you solve equations involving things like this? We have formulas to doing that. For instance, if you have a raised to the power m multiplied by a raised to the power n, how do you go about it? That will be a into bracket m plus n. So far you have your multiplication. Your multiplication will definitely mean adding both powers. That is a plus n. If you have a raised to the power of n divided by a raised to the power of n, that would be a into bracket a raised to the power, I mean, m minus n. So anywhere you see your multiplication, remember you have to add both powers, or the number of powers you see, you have to add them together. And anywhere you see your division, it means you have to subtract the other power from the first power. So knowledge of all these rules will make your calculations easier and faster. You need to go back into knowing, okay, your board mass, what's your how to calculate your circle, the area of your circle, area of your triangle, area of your rectangle, area of your square, how to solve indices when you meet them, how to look for x. All these things are just equations that form the bedrock of whatever you will be introduced to in mathematics. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the class. So tell me in the comment section, which formula did you forget? Which one sounded strange to you? Or which one did you, oh, I remember this, oh, this actually gave me tough time then. Tell me in the comment section. And don't worry, we'll be diving more and more and more into different segments in mathematics. This was just our introductory class to introduce you to things that you will definitely encounter in mathematics. And if you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to your friends. See you in our next class. And here in Aunty Maths, remember, maths made easy. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.